Welcome to Passion for the Pastime, where baseball lives 24/7, 365. Catch conversations with beat writers, broadcasters, current and former players of all levels. Now here's your host,
Walter Ika Balsetta. Whoops, I fumbled. I got to get out of here.
Walter Ika Balsetta.
Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to what Papa has been calling it all day, Blackout Wednesday. I don't know how many of you guys observed that day, but welcome to the day before Thanksgiving, and welcome to Passion for the Pastime. I'm your host here, Walter Icauceta, ready to talk some Giants baseball, ready to talk some actually just deals going down left and right, man, because there has been a lot of trades that has transpired over in the last couple of days. We'll break down, we'll talk about it. But prior to us coming on here, we got Dylan Cease signing with the Toronto Blue Jays. My Jays, don't have the Jays hat on right now, but the Toronto Blue Jays really trying to build on what could have been last year and trying to bolster up that starting rotation. A lot of really good arms in that rotation right now. You got Savage in there. Kevin Gausman has one more year left on his contract. You got Jose Barrios, Shane Bieber. I mean, God, man, the arms that the Blue Jays have right now is just remarkable. And they might not be done, right? He might not be done. And then a lot of you guys are thinking, well, why the hell are we sitting here talking about the Blue Jays? Well, obviously they are my Jays. If you are new to the channel, I have a interesting rooting interest in the Toronto Blue Jays. And I was rooting hard for them, as we all were in the Fall Classic here. So we'll talk about that. But why does that matter? Is because Dylan Cease, this deal, and I'll have the boys from MLB Network break it down here shortly. We'll get into Tatsuya Imai. We'll get into that. We'll talk about how he kind of factors into things for the Giants and when it goes into the offseason and everything like that. But the Dylan Cease move, it's really interesting just to see that it happened right now. You know what I mean? Like, it happened before. We're not even getting into the week of, like, there's no buildup or anything. It kind of came out of left field, so to speak. So it was really interesting to see that this would go down and at the dollar amount, right? It's 7 years, $210 million. A lot of it is being deferred, so that doesn't hinder the Blue Jays from actually going out and spending more money. Really interesting afternoon here. But what is up with everybody in here in the YouTube chat? Let's go and say what's up and get you guys all caught up with what has been going on in the world of baseball. Rockin' New Era. Hey-o, what's up, dude? Good to see you in here. Hope everything is sounding good. Hope everything is looking good. I kind of changed up a little bit of things here. I do have a different option of a camera, which I'm still trying to figure this out because this is my old camera that I was using. I don't know if my lips are sunk up. I'm trying to experiment with things. So I'm not sure if my lips and my words are syncing up, because that was an issue with our camera before. So let me know if I am a tick off here. So let me know in the YouTube chat as well. Just trying out a couple of things, getting everything ready for when we do these things on a weekly basis. And I am here on this Wednesday. I told you guys we wouldn't be doing an episode until December 3rd, which would be the next episode after this week. We'll talk about some free agents, and I actually wrote down a list. I was going over it with the guys at KMBR. I was going over my list for the Giants and potential free agents. Number 10 would be who I would love to see, but highly unlikely. And the number 1 who is it's damn near they're going to be a Giant. So we'll do that next podcast where we'll talk about the Giants free agents and hopefully, because I did have Dylan Cease on that list. So hopefully no one else from now until then signs a contract, which it kind of goes into a dark period here where you go, we're going into the holidays. We're going into Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Not really a lot of negotiations going on. So that's why this deal in particular really interesting that it happens the day before Thanksgiving. But hey, what's up? Rockin' New Era. Good to see you in here, man. Mike Val SF. Forgot you were on. Well, I'm glad you remembered, Mike. What's up, man? Good to see you in here. We are live. Hell yeah, we are, dude. Mike Val, the first domino. Wow, 8 million more than I would have thought. Yeah, I mean it's a high number, right? 20 or $210 million, 7 years. How does that kind of factor into what the Giants are looking at, or not even necessarily the Giants, just the pitching market, right? I mean, we talk about all these great free agents pitching, especially in the pitching category with the starters. You got Framber Valdez, you have Ranger Suarez, Dylan Cease is now off, but you have Michael King also. So, I mean, there's a lot of arms that are still out there that are attainable. Zach Gallen, right? I mean, might be the most realistic possibility for the Giants. But then also what we're going to be talking about here is Tatsuya Imai, right? I mean, for the pitcher from Japan, which made a little bit of a ripple here the last couple of days, talking about how he wants to take down the Dodgers. Maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit there, but that's essentially my takeaway from that. But was it legit? Is it legitimate? Are we going to buy the words of what is being said? Because the same thing was said last year with Roki Sasaki in saying, I don't have to go somewhere with Japanese players. I don't want to be in the limelight. I don't want to be in Hollywood. And then there he is, just winning a World Series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. But let's go back out to the YouTube chat before we break down more of this Dylan Cease, what it means, the domino effect that it'll have on the starting pitchers. Let's see, where are we at here? We are live. Yeah, we did that already. Bless you, Walter. Thank you. Did I sneeze or are you just blessing me? Thank you. Blessing me with your presence, Rockin'. Appreciate you. All right, let's see what else. A slight delay, but nothing major. Okay, so let me go ahead, because I was trying to figure this out. Let me go ahead and switch my camera. I'll go back to this camera. How is that? Oh, whoa, I think I just closed everything. What just happened here? Give me 1 second. There we are. That is a little better. Should be a little better, right? Not a great angle, but hey, I think we're synced up now. So let me know how we are looking following that transition there. A little slow, but just minimal, much better. Yeah, better. Thank you. A bedwetter. Thank you, Rockin'. All right, cool. Let's see what else is going on here in the YouTube chat. Lori Galvin checking in. Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. Hello to you, Lori. Good to see you in here. A new account, I think Lori has right here. Lori Galvin 8080. Shout out Lori for coming in here on this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Ernie Chavez, Ernie, yo, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here. You almost set the on again. Yeah, bro. We're gonna keep it consistent as much as we can on Wednesdays. Wasn't initially planning on doing a Wednesday this week. I was planning, said it at the beginning. I was planning on doing a show on December 3rd. That's when we were going to come back, but things changed. We got some opening up of my schedule, so we're able to pop on here for just a little bit. We're not going to talk for too long, but maybe just maybe we will go for an hour. We'll have to see how things pan out here. But happy holidays. Yes, happy holidays to you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I left that off the start of the show. I definitely want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone that's in here in the YouTube chat, and have to remember to look here and not there, because my camera is right there and I keep looking. I'm looking at myself on the screen. We're making adjustments here, people. We're making adjustments. Thank you all for being patient. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody that is in the YouTube chat and who will watch this podcast later when they have when they're not cooking or when they're not too busy with the holidays. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving, and I'm so thankful for everybody for stopping by tonight to talk some Giants baseball with me, just baseball in general, because we know we are seam heads. We are the pastimers, and we love the game of baseball. Let's see what else we got going on here in the YouTube chat. Don't believe anything these players say. Money can change their decisions quickly. I mean, that might be the most truest thing that Rockin' has ever said. I mean, 100%. Don't believe. I mean, money would change ways that I make decisions as well. I mean, yeah, there's loyalty and all that kind of stuff, but money talks, bullshit walks. All right, so that's kind of how we have to go about these things. We'll get into the comments of Imai here shortly. But yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Yeah, more natural looks better. All right, perfect. Everyone is all. Walter got fired. Nope, not yet. Not yet. We'll have to see. Never say never, Tacky. Never say never. Why did Tacky say eat shit, Derek? Is Derek in here? What's up, Derek? Good to see you in here. Eat shit, Derek. Always. Let's see what else we got going on in the YouTube chat. We hear Canadian Walt. What's up, AJ? And as a reminder, AJ is kind of my catalyst to the cruise line. Cruise line is open. It is available. You guys can go ahead and give me a call on the cruise line should you want to chime in and talk with me and share your thoughts on Imai, on Dylan Cease, on what the Giants could potentially do in free agency. We'll dive into it more next week, but we can touch on it here a little bit. But yeah, go ahead and give me a call, 925-392-5348. It is the number right here going on. Oh, I guess I'm going the wrong way. Let's see. Am I going the wrong way? Nope, I'm going this way. This way? God, I don't know why that was so difficult, but it's on the scroll right below us. So go ahead and give us a call. Give me a call. No, us. It's just me. So if you want to give me a call, go ahead and give me a call on the cruise line. We'll talk some Giants baseball and the latest news. Other news before we dive into the Imai conundrum or the situation, whatever we want to call it. Sonny Gray got traded. And I was talking to Papa in between breaks because we were talking about Giants because we were mainly on air. We were talking 49ers, obviously, because we're not going to be able to talk about it until next week. So we were talking Niners pretty much all day. Carlos Ramirez was in for Greg Silver. Greg Silver's actually on the air right now. If you want to go say hi to him, tell him I said hello. But he's on the air right now with Todd Husak until 6:00, filling in for Dirty Work because Dirty Work's too lazy to work. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. But so I was talking to Papa, and I was just like, hey man, like who do you think? Who do you think the Giants are going to go after? I mean, with this Imai stuff, and who do you think is realistic for this Giants team? And then he started giving me a couple of names, and that was kind of my Giants talk for the day, right? Because we weren't really doing it on live during the show, but there was a lot of baseball conversation that was going on behind the scenes. Because Pop always loves baseball. So, anyways, a lot of stuff has been going down, and mainly why I got off on that tangent was we talked about Sonny Gray, and we were both really highly disappointed that Sonny Gray is not going to be a member of the San Francisco Giants. If you don't know, he got traded. Obviously, I think it was yesterday. He got traded to the Boston Red Sox from the St. Louis Cardinals, and the St. Louis Cardinals might be on a fire sale. They might be going into a rebuild, which is kind of a weird thing. The Cardinals have always notoriously been a franchise that was always going out there and competing. So right now they're kind of in a state of flux. They're changing things, how things operate, and kind of the first domino right now is Sonny Gray. And I hope to God I don't see Nolan Arenado end up on the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Because they do need a third baseman. So there is that part of it. I know a while ago Nolan Arenado did put in a no trade clause, and I believe he included the Dodgers in that deal. But hey, things change. He sees that World Series, back-to-back World Series. He might have a change of heart. He might want to get a ring. Have his name etched in history next to Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. Things can change. He might get inspired to want to join the Los Angeles Dodgers, but bring that up just in saying that the Cardinals aren't done. The Cardinals are going to make more moves. So it's a matter of where these guys end up going with Nolan Arenado. But Sonny Gray was traded. So that was a big one. And then Brandon Nimmo was traded to the Rangers, waived his no trade clause. And in return, the Mets get Marcus Semien. So that is really interesting as well. The Rangers are kind of moving off of what they accomplished with Bruce Bochy and the what year was that? Was that 2021? I can't remember what year. I want to say it was a 2021 Rangers that won the World Series, right? I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I think it was the 2021 Texas Rangers that won the World Series. But yeah, so they're shifting off of that. Does that mean anything for Corey Seager? Does he end up somewhere else? I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of conversations and rumors. Obviously, there was a lot of it circulating last year with Nolan Arenado, and then it turned out to be nothing. He played a full year for the Cardinals. So that is it. It was the rumor season. It was starting to heat up a little bit. There's a lot of things going down, but the latest, Dylan Cease signs that 7-year, $210 million contract. And as I promised, the guys from MLB Network will be breaking it down here to talk with Mark Feinson. And I'm not sure who was filling in today. Wasn't my guys Roflo or Brian Kenny. They're getting ready. They're getting their holiday in until it's time to go. Winter meetings start December 7th. So here are the boys talking about it at MLB Network. Dylan Cease to the Toronto Blue Jays, my Jays.
Of the offseason, Dylan Cease to the Blue Jays, 7 years, $210 million. The Blue Jays go out and get their horse. Cease locks up the long-term deal, and now the hot stove is really buzzing as we count down to the end of the month and the winter meetings just a few weeks away. The first major domino has fallen, and the defending AL East champs bolster their rotation as we welcome you to MLB Network. I'm Greg Caserta, joined once again by our friend and insider Mark Feinstein. So this one just came out of nowhere, and here we are. Dylan Cease is a Blue Jay. Can we talk about how this all came together so quickly?
Well, it's surprising that it came together so quickly for a couple of reasons. Number one, we don't usually see deals of this magnitude pre-Thanksgiving, if not even pre-winter meetings. Secondly, we rarely ever see a Scott Boras client sign this early, so that's also a surprise. But I'm not surprised at all that the Blue Jays got aggressive and went out. They knew they wanted to get one of the big starting pitchers on the market. Clearly, they had tabbed Cease as their number one choice of those big 4 or 5 pitchers. And when you look at the fact that they were losing Chris Bassett and Max Scherzer out of the rotation, Kevin Gausman only has 1 more year of control left on his contract, and Shane Bieber only has 1 year of control after picking up that option. So, right now, this rotation looks great. Obviously, Trey Savage came up and was a huge factor in October. But a year from now, Gausman and Bieber are going to be free agents. So securing Cease on this long-term deal gives Toronto that big arm at the top of the rotation for the next 7 seasons. So next year, there's not going to be quite as big a need to go out and refill 3 spots in that rotation.
All right, I think that's it. I think we get the point. He is a Blue Jay, and that's a hell of a rotation. And obviously, this is probably marking the end of the Kevin Gausman era in Toronto. Can he come back to the Giants? He should have never left. But yeah, man. So what's really interesting is now I'm looking at these comments, and Paul out here put down one of these, and we'll definitely dive into it more next week when we talk about the free agents. But look at this. Look at this potential haul right here. Stephen Kwan. Obviously, you got to trade for Stephen Kwan. Not available in free agency. Devin Williams, he's been linked, or there have been rumors that we'll discuss here shortly. John Morosi put out. I think we even talked about it last podcast, last episode, last week. Devin Williams, he makes a lot of sense for the Giants. I mean, when you look at the bullpen and the state of things, they need a closer. I mean, we're not going into it, Rodriguez, he's not going to be available. I don't know how long the timetable is for his injury recovery time, but I mean, he's not going to be available for spring training, right? So, or opening day. He's not going to be available for the first part of the season, perhaps even longer, if I remember correctly. He'll probably be out a good majority of the season. So you got that to deal with. You have Joey Lucchesi, I believe, is not on the roster anymore. He is in free agency. Will he be coming back? Possibly. We'll have to see how that goes. But I mean, look at the back end of the rotation. Like we're talking Devin Williams will be a upgrade. I mean, you want to go Ryan Walker. I know that Devin Williams had a bad year last year, but you factor in with this ballpark, he has the stuff. And this organization just reclamation project after reclamation project. They have been successful. They have the system. They have the sauce that it is for these pitchers to come in and be successful. Now, when it comes to starters and they look at what happened with Justin Verlander last year, maybe it's a little bit of a deterrent because the Giants offense couldn't generate anything and the win total and it wasn't necessarily what Justin Verlander signed up for. That's why I'm like, I don't think he's coming back over into San Francisco. Maybe he does. Maybe that's a possibility, but I don't see that happening. But going back to the bullpen, Devin Williams, I think you can get him cheap. That's something that the Giants, I think, would maybe prioritize when it comes to signing of these free agents. But I do think that he has a lot left in the tank with Patrick Bailey, if he is the catcher. I don't know. We'll get into that too. It's kind of unreal to say, oh, Patrick Bailey's not going to be the catcher next year. They can go get JT Realmuto, right? I saw a report on that with Ken Rosenthal citing Jeff Berry as the connection there with JT Realmuto, who is now Jeff Berry, if you guys know, former agent of Buster Posey and former agent of JT Realmuto. He is now in an assistant role with Buster Posey, running things for the San Francisco Giants. So does that mean that he can come over? I mean, yeah, it does. There's a possibility that you have that connection. Yeah, sure. Might start a conversation and then lead somewhere. But really, I mean, two Gold Gloves back to back for Patrick Bailey. It's kind of hard to imagine that he wouldn't be behind the backstop, especially with what the Giants have been preaching in that they have to get back to the mold of pitching and defense, right? So anyways, that's a conversation for next week. We'll get into that even more as far as who can potentially come over for the Giants. I'm going to list my top 10 next week. We'll get into that. But Devin Williams is definitely going to be on that list. How high will he be, right? 1 being he's going to be a Giant, 10 going to be unlikely. We'll have to see. Well, that's called a tease, people. But Devin Williams and then Imai. I mean, that is the topic of conversation here for this podcast today is Tatsuya Imai. I mean, it is incredible to see and to kind of read about what this guy is all about. I mean, his fastball, I want to say he's around like 97, 98. But he has this slider that if you were listening to Papa and Silver earlier, or Papa and Silver with Carlos Ramirez, so Papa and Carlos Ramirez, if you were listening to them, they broke down the kind of arsenal that Imai has, and he has a slider similar to Trey Savage, right? And we saw how dominant he was specifically against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that makes you a little bit excited when you look at the type of arsenal, the type of stuff that he has. And honestly, I mean, you look at his hair, it kind of looks like my hair, to be honest. But getting back into Imai on what he has, that slider, meaning, traditionally a slider breaks glove slide, right? So if you're a righty and the glove is on your left, it breaks away from righties and it breaks in to lefties. Now, the difference with Trey Savage and Imai is that their slider breaks it breaks arm side, so it goes into righties and it goes away for, or I'm sorry, yeah, it goes into righties and it goes away from, or it goes away from lefties, right? So because it's tailing off the other way. Sorry, my left and right, I got confused. But essentially, yeah, man. I mean, that is disgusting. I started looking up. I was trying to get some video here for you guys. I'll do that next week, just to see what it looks like, because I know what Trey Savage looked like in the playoffs and watching the Blue Jays, for that final month. But then I started seeing some of his video, and I was just like, my goodness, this is filthy. It is disgusting to see the type of movement on that slider. I mean, it was just disgusting. I couldn't even fathom like how the movement of that ball, like I couldn't understand how that ball was moving in the way that he was manipulating the ball. So really interesting. So Imai, yes, I'm with you, Paul. and welcome to the podcast. And if you haven't, give us a like. Go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you're having a fun time talking this Giants baseball here. But yeah, man, I mean, Imai is definitely someone that I think the Giants need to prioritize. They and I don't know if they're going to, because there is the comments of ownership that has gone on and said, well, we don't want to sign pitchers to long-term deals and have a lot of money tied up to the pitchers, right? And the Giants in years past, they have had a lot of young arms, but last year we kind of saw that come back to bite them, right? It wasn't really as strong of a group as was anticipated. Now, does the trade of Kyle Harrison have something to do with that? Does the injuries have something to do with that? Of course. Of course it does. But, when you look at this free agent class and you look at all these starters that are out there that are available, like Zach Gallen, like Imai, and Zach Gallen might be the more likely candidate that's going to come over for the Giants. Zach Gallen, I mean, he's probably looking more closer to like 70 million, maybe a little higher than that. Imai, I mean, you look at what Dylan Cease got, right? And Tacky noted that here in the YouTube chat as well. Let me go ahead and find that really quickly. Tacky, pretty much. Let's see. Oh, well, Tacky brought up other guys. Signed Bichette, Bellinger, and Imai, and I'll get a. All right. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but let me see what else did you say, Tacky? You said something. No, not that one. Let's see. Damn, I can't find what you said, Tacky, but you said something interesting in that what's it called? That God, what did you say? I read it earlier. I should have wrote it down. My apologies. Let me see where the hell's Tacky at? You guys are killing me with the chat. Let's see. Anyways, let's get back on the conversation. But yeah, with Imai, you said something along the lines that the Blue Jays screwed the pooch, right? Let's see. Oh yeah. Here it is. I was looking right at it. I'm not gonna read all that, but the IDK, the loser, the dirty loser Canadian. Why do you not like Canadians? I don't know your beef with Canadians. But anyways, dirty loser. You know what it was? It's probably those years that the Sharks lost to the Canucks, right? That's probably where your hatred stems from the Canadians. Yeah, effed up the pitching market 100%. I mean, you look at that dollar amount, 7 years, $210 million. That's a lot of coin, man. That's a lot of money. So is Imai going to demand more than that? Is that kind of the ceiling? So that's kind of where we're at, right? Because Dylan Cease, I think, was one of the top pitchers in free agency. Was he the top pitcher? I mean, it's debatable, right? I mean, you got Framber Valdez out there. You got Ranger Suarez. I would probably have Framber Valdez because he is a lefty. I'd probably have him a little higher than Dylan Cease. But you look at essentially what this deal does for the pitching market, and Tacky got it. I mean, that's exactly what they did. They kind of messed up the pitching market. So does this deal with Dylan Cease, does that screw up the Giants? Right? Does that mess them up with their future plans, or does it not really matter because they weren't even looking into the free agent market for starting pitchers? I think that they need to. I think that, I mean, we all know the positions of need. They need help in the bullpen. That's why the Devin Williams with Paul. That's why Devin Williams makes a lot of sense. They need a lot of help in the bullpen. Tyler Rogers might come back. I mean, and how many Giants fans want to see that? I have a love-hate relationship with the guy because he doesn't pump out, like 100 miles an hour like we're so accustomed to seeing. He only tops out at what? Like it feels like 80 miles an hour. Maybe it's even lower than that, but it's not high velocity, but it's effective. It's effective. So would you want him to come back? How do you guys feel about Tyler Rogers potentially coming back? Because he is a free agent. I can definitely see that reunion happening at one point or another. But yeah, so you look at the positions of need for the Giants, it's back end rotation or back end bullpen help. They need I think it would be beneficial for them to get a 1A, 1B type situation with Logan Webb because Robbie Ray is there, but how is he going to hold up after a full season? And yes, he is further removed from Tommy John surgery, but that always kind of you're not super comfortable with it. At least I'm not. I'm not super comfortable in saying that a guy that is 3 years, is it 3 years now, 3 or 4 years removed from Tommy John surgery, and he just went through his first full year since said Tommy John surgery. I want to say he's 3 years. It would be 3 years going into next year, if I remember correctly. But so removed from Tommy John surgery. Okay, we understand that. And he went through a full season. Okay, it looked good. It looked decent. But the farther it goes on, there's mileage. It's just like when you're driving a car. Like as soon as you hit that 220 threshold of driving a car, oh well, damn, it's coming any day now. I'm just gonna get stuck on the road any day now. You just got to get ready for it. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the same thought process that as with the mileage of a car, that's what you think of with starting pitchers and the rotation. So I'm just not comfortable with saying we have Logan Webb and this guy is going through the prime of his career. We're going to waste these years of Logan Webb. But you're going with Logan Webb. That's your number one. That's your ace. That's your leader in the clubhouse. That's your leader in the rotation. And then everybody else, like that's just and here's Robbie Ray to be the Batman or the Robin to Logan Webb's Batman. You know what I mean? I don't like that necessarily. I would love to see them kind of be proactive a little bit. And I understand that there's a lot of pitchers that are coming in through the organization. I understand all of that. And eventually there does have to be a reset in developing these arms. And maybe we're already currently doing that, right? I mean, we got Carson Wisenhunt, you got Landon Roop. I really love what I'm seeing from Landon Roop. Hayden Birdsong was showing promise, right? But do we want to go into next year knowing what the Dodgers are? And maybe the barometer isn't even looking at what the Dodgers are, but just looking at what this current team has at the pitching rotation. It's a lot of maybes, right? And I just don't like going into a 162 with, well, maybe if we can get this out of them, or if they can do this, or if they can do. It's just a lot of maybes, a lot of ifs, a lot of buts, or a lot of I just don't like going into a season like that. So why not be proactive, right? I mean, yes, they do have the arms, they're trying to develop them, but why not be proactive in that? Who is the lefty that is going to be a staple in this rotation? I know they're hoping that it's Carson Wisenhunt, right? I know they're hoping that that's what it's going to be, but right now it's Robbie Ray, and Robbie Ray is entering his final year of his contract. As soon as he's gone, you have to kind of go through this cycle and find another lefty in the rotation. Speaking of lefty, and maybe having a lefty in the rotation is overrated because the Blue Jays don't have any lefties in the rotation. They're all just right-handed pitchers. It's Kevin Gausman, it's Dylan Cease, it's Jose Barrios, it's Trey Savage, and it's Shane Bieber. All righties. No differentiation at all. So maybe having a lefty in the rotation is a little bit of old school philosophy now. Because I remember back in my day, you'd want to go lefty, righty, right. Like you'd want to mix and match to where the opposing offenses couldn't get comfortable and be comfortable with seeing an arm slot. So maybe, with the pitching movements and with the differentiation in velocity, maybe the lefty righty thing isn't as blown up anymore with analytics. I don't know. Maybe that's the old school way of thinking, but I'm just saying with Robbie Ray entering his final year as a Giant, and he's the only real lefty that you have. I mean, yeah, you have Carson Wisenhunt. I understand that. But how good is he going to be? That's the question. When you go from not having a lefty and not having a Robbie Ray to, we'll figure it out in 2027. You can go get Framber Valdez. I know it's a lot of money. But sometimes, to play with the big boys, to get into the high stakes poker game, you got to spend some coin. And is that something that the Giants are ready to do? Is that something that they are kind of lining up for? Is it not the time to do that? Are they waiting for that? So I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, but let's see what else is going on in the YouTube chat. Let me try to catch up with you guys because I went on my Papa tangent here. Let's see what else we got. Casey was just, what's up, Wes? Good to see you in here. Someone said no. I don't know what the no. I knew about Brock first. Yeah, is that Brock? Is that Papa in here? What's up, Pop? Good to see you in here. Let's see what else we got going on. That's not moving. Joey LaCasey, just another Joe Schmo. What's up, Wes? Good to see you in here. He was good. He was good, Tacky. Let's see what else. Pitched well, but a dime a dozen there. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But then that's also the thing with that specific comment. Let me highlight it real quick. And why can't I go up? That's weird. It's not working. Let's see. He was good. Just another Joe Schmo. No. Let's go there. Pitched well, but a dime a dozen. Yes. And that's kind of a thing that is also interesting too, because there are a lot of relievers that are available. Like I was making my list, and I don't want to tip too much, but Sean Newcomb, I don't know, is a lefty. Again, am I old school in the thinking that we need to have more than one lefty in the freaking bullpen? I don't know. I think that's valuable. I think that's something that you want to have. Sean Newcomb, he's available in free agency. He's a lefty. I think that can benefit the Giants mightily. And here's the thing with bullpens as opposed to rotations. Bullpens operate in my opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think about this. But in my opinion, bullpens operate under having specified roles, right? It's not necessarily, yeah, you have to have the stuff and you have to have the talent, of course, but you have to have specified roles and have it be defined for your guys and so that they know what is expected of it, what their role is on that team in that situation, in that bullpen, right? You have to have guys that understand that. And why I think it's so easy to replicate a good bullpen year after year after year is that you have that understanding across the board, right? You can get good arms for cheap too. You can get good arms for cheap. Like we were talking about Devin Williams. He can come over here. He could be a difference maker. And bullpens, sometimes it just takes that one guy. It just takes that one anchor. Now, obviously, with the World Series teams for the Giants, we had like five guys. Like we had the core four, right? You had Santiago Garcia, you had Sergio Romo, Javi Lopez, and Jeremy Affeldt, and that is something that is an anomaly. That never happens. That is never an occurrence in baseball because bullpens just constantly churn over. It's just next man up. It's next man up. So that's why. But when I say looking at the bullpen situation, looking at Devin Williams and looking at Emilio Pagan, or if you want to go get Diaz or anyone else, Sean Newcomb, it just takes that one guy to kind of stabilize things because it's like a piece of a puzzle, right? You have one guy that the piece goes right in the middle, and then everyone else kind of attaches to it, and they fall in line. They kind of follow suit, and they understand their role. So that's why I think the dynamic of a bullpen is much easier to find success than a rotation, because rotations, you have to have a lot of stability. You have to have a lot of guys. You got to have horses, and you just have to have consistency. And I feel like that's something that the Giants didn't have last year. Well, we do have our first phone call of the night. So let me go ahead and go out to the phones. I believe, you know what? I forgot who the hell called. Who is calling here on the cruise line? On a
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's up, Rockin'? What's up, bro? How you doing? I thought that was your number. I didn't.
All right.
I forgot. I have it saved in my phone, but I something else popped up when I was answering the phone, so my apologies. What's up, bro? I messed up the introduction for you.
No worries, it's all right. Could have been. I thought AJ was gonna call it for me since it is the cruise line, right?
I don't know where the hell AJ is. I'm looking at a comment right now. He said I got to take a leak. Tacky, what's your address? Oh, okay. Well, that was a shot at Tacky. I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. But I don't know where AJ is. AJ missed his appointment, so now it's next man up, as we would say in the sports world.
There you go. Well, not much. How's it going with you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I as Wes would say, I'm falling for the Japanese pitchers again. Yes, I am. I am, and I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm ready to get hurt. I heard all the conversations and John Morosi. I'm gonna play this after we get off the phone here, but John Morosi pretty much talking about how the Giants are one of the three teams that he can see Imai going to. And one of them actually was the Blue Jays. So is it now a 2-team race? Is it now just the is it now just the Giants and the Padres? My goodness. I'm gonna lose my mind.
We could be duped with another like Arson Judge kind of announcement.
Dude, you know what? I thought that immediately when I saw John Heyman tweeted out Dylan Cease to the Blue Jays. I was like, this SOB. Like shut the hell up, John Heyman. Like I was waiting for everybody else to chime in for it. Like I saw the John Heyman and Tim, shout out Tim Webb. He sent me the message and I was like, man, get out of here, John Heyman. Nobody gives a damn what you're saying. so I was waiting for like Morosi and I was waiting for Rosenthal, and then it turned out to be true. So look at that.
Well, we'll see. I'm hopeful we do land him. But I don't know. I'm skeptical just because we missed out on so many players in the offseason, and players don't really seem to sign you. So I don't know if it's
but
a ballpark issue.
But eventually we have to. Well, I don't think it's a ballpark. Well, ballpark issue maybe for the hitters, but I think it honestly, man, I think it came down to a credibility issue for the Giants. I think that is kind of where their calling card. Now with Buster here, I feel like there might be a difference, right? We saw it last year with we before the winter meeting started, right? We saw I think it was the first show that I did here on Passion for the Pastime. We were breaking down the Willy Adames deal. I mean, that was incredible stuff from Buster Posey. Now, is that going to happen again? Is that something that we can come to see with this new regime? I think that it's kind of in flux, right? I think Buster Posey was coming in there, guns blazing, right? And maybe he's taking a step back, but I don't know what to think of the Giants going into this offseason. I don't know whether they're going to be aggressive because we saw the aggressive nature of Buster Posey last year. But a lot of the conversations that we're hearing and what Buster's saying and what ownership is saying, it kind of sounds like they're going to stand pat with what they have and make these small additions. So you're not going to see, obviously, the Dylan Cease. You're not going to see a Framber Valdez. I would love to see that. But maybe you don't see a Tatsuya Imai. But I would love to see him come to the San Francisco Giants or just anyone else rocking. Like just don't go to the Dodgers. Like just don't do that. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, last season, Giants ownership did say that they're going to cut down on spending and not spend at all. And, well, look what ended up happening. So, hopeful that they do open up their pocketbooks a bit more. I mean, Heyman might report that we signed Tatsuya Imai or something like that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Chop Suey Imai. Yeah, no, that would be that would not be good. I would love to see him though come to the Giants, but do you think that they have a chance? Like is it legitimate for the Giants like for Giants fans to kind of fall into this trap that I'm falling into that Wes pointed out and I'm falling in love with these Japanese players. Like, am I just setting myself up for disappointment?
It's a trap. I mean,
Thank you.
I'm there with you. I'm hopeful to land them. I think we have a slight chance. At the end of the day, I think this money talks. I mean, it would be nice to have a Japanese player with our, more Asian representation on the roster. And
sure, yeah.
Bay Area has a lot of Asians and a big Asian community, so that'd be nice. But the last Japanese player we had was Aoki, Shinjo. Were those the last two?
Yeah, I think Aoki. Aoki would be the last one that I can think of.
And then before him was Shinjo, right? And that was that it. Other than the first Japanese player that ever signed the MLB was with the Giants, right?
Yeah, I don't think the Giants have a rich history of Japanese players. Like that's definitely, and that's why, like, when it comes to these Japanese players, and the Dodgers did it the right way, man. Like, I hate to give the Dodgers praise, like with them winning the World Series and all that, but they did it the right way, man. Like, they are investing. They brought in Shohei Ohtani because he can be the catalyst of the next 20 years of the pipeline that comes from Japan. That's the gravity that Shohei Ohtani has. That's why we're probably going to get Munetaka Murakami on the Dodgers. Like we were talking about him from the WBC 2 years ago. And now the WBC is making its return this spring. We'll talk about that, when we get into that point, when they start playing games. But Munetaka Murakami, one of the power bats that are available, he just posted as well a couple of days, I think a week maybe after Imai. But he's a highly touted power bat at third base, first baseman. And I could definitely see him joining forces, and it just continues to happen. Like, you see the Roki Sasaki, you see Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and then now you go Murakami potentially going to the Dodgers. Like, they did it the right way, man. They attached themselves to the whale, and now they're reaping the benefits, and they probably will for decades to come. It's not gonna end in the next 5 to 10 years. It's gonna continue to go, because guess what? All those young guys, all those young kids that are watching Shohei Ohtani in Japan, wanting to, grow up to be him and be the next Shohei Ohtani, because, everyone in the past wanted to be the next Ichiro, right? Now you look at what is happening with the Dodgers, and it just continues to go. They're creating such a rich culture for the Japanese superstar that's what is going to happen for the next 20 years. So they did it the right way. I mean, 100%.
Yeah, I think when Shohei's a shitty dude, and then players don't want to play in LA.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're winning championships, like, why wouldn't you want to go there? Like, why wouldn't you want to play for the Dodgers? Like, I'd be surprised any free agent.
Yeah.
Like, if let me just say, let's put the mindset on you, Rockin'. I'm gonna say, and you have no loyalties, nothing. You're not a Giants fan. You're sitting at home and you're waiting for a phone call, and you're waiting to go to work. You're waiting to get this cash, and the Dodgers call you and say, "Hey, Rockin' New Era, we want you to be our hat boy. We'll pay you $800,000 for the year." Would you do it?
And it's the Dodgers?
Yeah, it's the Dodgers. Dodgers call you right now, and you're like, "Hey, we want to bring you on our staff, and you'll get a World Series ring, and you'll be etched in history, for eternity." Would you do it?
No, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
No, you wouldn't. I'd be like, give me the check right now. Can I deposit it on my Chase Quick Pay? Can I do this on my phone? Like, I wouldn't even take it to the bank, bro. Like, I tried to cash that shit immediately. There's no way. Come on.
I'd be like, eat shit, Dodgers. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Get the
would.
fuck out of here.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure everyone in the YouTube chat would do that as well. Yeah, no chance, bro. No chance are you walking away from that. No chance. But I bring that up in saying if you are a free agent and they offer you money and you're not really like, I mean, I guess it comes down to being competitive, right? Like I would want to be competitive. I would want to beat the best, right? Because that's just my nature. Like I'm ultra competitive. If you've seen me, my friends know if anyone has seen me play basketball at the gym, dude, I treat that thing like and maybe I shouldn't do this, but you know, if I'm playing 5-on-5 or I'm playing 3-on-3 or whatever the hell basketball I'm playing pickup, I'm treating that like it's game 7 of the finals, bro. Like I'm I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. Rockin', you there? I think Rockin' hung up. Let's see. No, Rockin's still there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What happened, bro?
Oh, I guess the Wi-Fi. You're a little too far.
You said what?
I think I went a little too far with the Wi-Fi.
Who, you did or I did?
No, I did.
Oh, where the hell are you?
I was outside for a little bit, then I stepped back inside. So
Oh, get your ass inside. We're having a conversation. What are you doing? What are you doing going away? Am I not entertaining you?
Calm down. Am I? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, are you not entertained? Are you back on the
No,
Wi-Fi
I get
or
you
what?
being competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back.
All right.
No, I read you on being competitive. You go to the gym? You lift, bro?
No, I don't go to the gym anymore. That was when I was a that was when I was a young boy. If I went to the gym nowadays, I would have to like stretch for like 30 minutes. Pop out my knee. You know what I mean? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. I'll have a, you know, I'll mess up my my ACL. Like I'll roll in like Triple E, you know what I mean? Like having that roll in on a wheelchair. You guys know that story, right? He went up to you guys know that story, right? You know the lore of Triple E?
No. What was the story on that?
Oh, dude, so just real quick. So he went up to the snow for a weekend. I forget what weekend it was. I want to say it was like in January or something like that. And you know, the same thing. He's there before me and all that kind of stuff. And I come in for my shift and I just see this dude. He's coming from the printer and or he's at the printer and he says, "Hey, what's up, Walt?" And I like look up and Triple E, I mean, if you've seen him in person, Triple E's a bigger dude. You know what I mean? He's a little bigger. And I look up and I don't see him. I'm like, what the hell? Because there's all these desks there's all these desks in front of me, like obstructing me. I'm just like, all right, well, you know, I'll see him in a minute. Let me put my stuff down. Let me log into my computer. And he just comes around the corner and he's rolling in a freaking in a wheelchair and his leg is in a cast. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to you? And then he told me the whole story how he went snowboarding, and I was just like, bro, what the hell? That was incredible.
Damn. So he just rolled up on you, all injured and everything.
Oh yeah, dude. And then I would grab him. After because he's in the wheelchair. He can't do anything about it, and I just like throw him down the hall.
Grab him, huh? Well, so
I'd roll him down the hall. I wouldn't like throw him out of his chair. I'd roll him. I'd roll him far down the down the hallway. It was fun times. It was fun times. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have shared that. Probably shouldn't have shared that last part. But you know, hey, it is what it is. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, but as in being competitive, I don't know. Maybe Japanese culture is different, where they want to compete against each other to be the best. I guess we don't know that, right?
That they do or they don't.
That they want to be the best. So maybe it's a culture thing where they want to beat each other. They don't want to follow each other and be on the same team. I don't know.
No, but if that was the case, then all these other guys wouldn't be on the Dodgers right now. If that was the case, I was hoping that was the case last year with Roki Sasaki.
I don't know. Maybe it depends what part of Japan you're from. I don't know.
I think you're grasping at straws, bro. I appreciate it. but no, I don't think that exists. I don't think that that's a thing. Hold on.
I'm still hopeful. I'm hopeful people just want to beat the Dodgers and beat.
Call from AJ Cruz.
Oh damn! Hold on, Rockin'. Hold on, AJ. I'm putting you on hold.
Anti-Dodger.
Oh, say that again. AJ called. I put him on hold. What'd you say?
I'm being hopeful of other Japanese players, anti-Dodgers. I'm trying to find any angle I can.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I'm with you. Look, here's the thing: is I'll say this: if Tatsuya Imai comes to the Giants, he is instantly a legend. Instantly a legend because of those comments that he made and says that he wants to take them down. He is instantly a fan favorite. Everyone's buying his jerseys. He's getting the endorsements. He's getting everything that he wants if he comes to the Giants. He's instantly a legend. Like you would become a legend for this Giants organization, and you haven't even done anything on the field yet. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, he can set the culture too. Having that kind of mindset, like let's beat the Dodgers. Go at these guys.
Well, see,
and beat them.
And that's the thing too. Like you hear that, like maybe you're onto something, Rockin'. Maybe he's built different. Maybe he is really ultra competitive, or maybe he's just trying to talk up the market and get more money and make the Dodgers pay. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe, possibly. I mean, as long as he doesn't go to the Dodgers.
I mean, yeah. Well, and I was joking with the Violante earlier, Jacob Violante. I was telling him, I was like, yeah, you know what? He's saying all this. He's like, yeah, I know. I want to beat them, right? And we're taking that as, oh, he might come to the Giants. He might go to the Padres. Maybe he goes to the Padres actually because Dylan Cease isn't there anymore. I didn't even think about that. But anyways, but then we're like, oh yeah, maybe he'll come to the Giants. Like maybe that's a thing. And then I told Jacob, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to go and play with the Dodgers, but I'm gonna go sign with the Yankees. They're just like, God, what? then we'd be all pissed. We'd all be upset too because it's like, dude, all right, you didn't go to the number one team, but you went to the next best thing. Like it's just like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Maybe he'll go to the Angels.
No, he's not going to the Angels. All right, Rockin', you got plans this Thanksgiving? What you doing?
Just eating. Maybe I'll do my own little
turkey
trot
tomorrow
morning.
Ass. That's everybody's plan is to eat. But where are you going? Who you having it with? I need details.
I'm just going with my family for lunch because we do it early, and then we disperse and just go with our in-laws in the evening. So that's about it.
All right.
Pretty much eating all day tomorrow.
All right.
Doing my own little turkey trot in the morning.
Yeah, you going on a turkey trot? How
my own.
Oh, just by yourself?
Yeah, by myself around the block. 3 miles.
You ever done? You know what I used to do all the time, and again, I'd probably tear my ACL. Is we used to play football in my younger days. We used to play football every Thanksgiving.
Turkey bowl, huh?
Yeah, turkey bowl, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we should do that on one of these years.
What's up?
Do that one of these years. Have everybody come out. Like Tacky, AJ, you, Derek.
We should. We'll get Derek out there. We'll have my kid flip the coin, right?
There you go.
Make it a whole family affair. We'll do that.
Yeah. We got planned out next year or two or something like
that. All right, dude. Well, hey, Rockin', thank you for calling in, man. I really appreciate you. And thankful for you to be a loyal listener and a good friend, man. I appreciate you everything you do, bro. So we'll get together soon. I'll let you know when. I told you some plans had changed, but I'll let you know when we can get together. But happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, man, and thank you for calling in. We'll talk next week.
Thank you, Walter. You too. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you for everything. Thank you for providing us with this podcast and letting us call in. And thank you for everything that you do for us.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you later. That was Rockin' New Era. And we go from Rockin' to AJ. AJ, sorry I put you on hold, man. I tried to figure out how I can put you on hold and talk to Rockin' at the same time, but we figured it out. But what's up, bro?
Okay, that's cool. I don't want to hear anything Rockin' has to say because let me tell you this, okay? Unlike Rockin', I have 3 kids and a bunch of problems, okay? I was about to call you, but I was pulling into, well, first of all, let me take out the trash, okay? Tacky is not a friend to the local YouTube sports chatters. He's not a friend to Cholos. He's not a friend to Fuzzy Woodland Animals. And he is not a friend to hygiene and the general humanity, okay? Here's a problem. Right. I got my boss kicked me out of work. My boss kicked me out of work today. Yeah, this is a fully loaded potato chigazos, okay? My boss kicked me out of work early, right? Which is fine. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I got to go pick up a ham, right? A honey baked ham at Pleasanton at 5:30. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, can I come down early and pick it up, right? Because I don't want to be hanging out like for 3 hours. And they're like, yeah, come on down, whatever. All right. I pull up there, and there's a 1990s style Russian bread line there. So I'm waiting, and there's rumors that they were running out of stuff and everything. So your show started when I just got in, right? Got into the actual to the shop. I went through the line. I got the bubble guts from a fucked up burger I had for lunch, and I'm trying to get out of there before I start cracking rats, right?
Yeah, where'd you get the burger from? Just so I don't go there. Where'd you get the burger from?
From the cafeteria work, man. I don't know. Maybe it was cheese, maybe it was the bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they did me dirty today, right? So then I'm like thinking to myself, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm like, I want to get a jump on my commute. I'm gonna be heading here through this way. My friend Tacky will take care of me. Let me see, like, Tacky, what's your address? Let me stop out right quick. See, look, if Tacky was in my neighborhood and he called me and said, hey, I need to use the bathroom, I'd give him the number for the community center because it's right down the street and it's beautiful. You'll love it, right? It'll be great. And especially since I don't have to see him. But this guy couldn't even give me the address to the local Habit Burger. I'd be happy to go take a dump over there. But no, Tacky, I see how you are, Tacky. That's fucked up. I see how you are, Tacky. I see how you are. So
hold on. So did you make it, or did you have to pull out? Like where'd you end up dropping a deuce?
So I didn't even drop a deuce. I just had the gas, right? So I had to go down to Target over there, Dublin, and right as I was coming back, I was at the light and I saw the burger, the McDonald's right next to me, and I was gonna call you, but man, I'm hungry, and the McRib is back. So I flipped the U-turn, and that's when Rockin' called, because I was thinking, should I call in and go through the drive-thru and have everybody clown me? I was about to, but then Rocky called up. I don't know where AJ is. Okay, I see how it is. All right. So I had to pull over. I had to inhale the McRib, and now I have another hour, 15 minutes in front of me. So yeah, I just had to unpack that real quick. But how you doing, Walter?
A McRib, bro? I didn't know they still made those. They brought those back?
Yeah, they come back like once every so often. So
all right.
So I was thinking, damn, turkey McRib. Fuck the turkey. I'm giving the McRib. So yeah, man, I got problems. I got problems, and
no, you're good, bro.
One of them is the McRib isn't a menu staple, and when it comes around, I just can't help myself. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever.
Want to say one other thing.
I don't think I've ever had a McRib. To be honest. I don't think I've ever had one.
It's interesting. It's not for everybody. I recommend trying it at least once. Either you like it or you won't. So, but I just want to say one thing. When you asked Rockin' earlier if he would take that Dodgers ring, he paused a little too long. Okay, he paused a little too long, and I know it wasn't for dramatic effect. I was counting the seconds. 1, 2. You fucked up, Rockin'. That's too long. So you better watch out for that boy. There's something wrong with him. Because he thought about that. He chewed it over was about to spit it out. Then he chewed it up again. I don't like what I'm hearing from Rockin', you know.
Hey,
But how you doing?
that's hilarious. Real quick though, because Tacky's in the YouTube chat. He wants to let you know something real quick. Inhale the McRib only because they don't have a McWiener. How do you feel about that one?
Tacky would know what that's like. I have nothing else to say. Leave it to Tacky. You know what, Tacky reminds me of Skittles, because anytime you start talking about anything funny, leave it to him to suddenly open up the packet and taste the rainbow. I don't know what's wrong with that boy, dude. There's a lot of things wrong with Tacky. Chief among them, his lack of hygiene and his taste in music. But you know, yeah. You know what, Tacky? Tacky wouldn't know a good. Tacky wouldn't know a good song if a Queen record hit him smack in the face. So.
You said a song?
Hey, Tacky.
You said a song? You wouldn't know a song?
Oh, no. Yeah, the band Queen. Tacky's in denial, man. He's a Kings fan, but he doesn't like Queen. Now I got questions about Tacky.
Oh, come on, dude.
So,
Queen's phenomenal. Come on. What?
I know. I love Queen. Yeah. Tacky's the one that's got a problem. Tacky don't like Queen. I don't know why, man.
I'm gonna need Tacky. I'm gonna need Tacky to call in a little bit. He told me he was gonna call in months ago. Yeah, I mean, we got to discuss this. We got to discuss what's going on. If he calls right now, I might get a three-way call with you guys. Do a three-way with Tacky.
No. Oh God, Jesus! No, I gotta hang up. I can't be part of that, dude. Ain't gonna get no blackmail material like that on me.
Oh, dude. Hey, AJ, real quick. I just want to get your thoughts because I haven't talked to you in a while, so it's good to hear. Actually, we talked last week, so it's not that long. But with all this,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks? You didn't call last week?
2 weeks.
All right.
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, damn. Where were you? No, I'm just saying. So how do you feel about this Japanese pitcher that we're talking about, Tatsuya Imai? How do you feel about that?
That's the guy who said he wants to beat the Dodgers, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Well, then there's only one logical choice. There's only one logical choice for that. You want to beat the Dodgers? Come to San Francisco. We'll play them a couple times a year. You get every opportunity you want to stuff it down their throats. I'm with it. Let's go get them. Let's get them.
I would love it, man. I would love to see that, and I just want to, like I was telling Rock, and I feel like he would be an instant legend, like a superstar, if he was to come to the Giants. Following those comments, yeah, I would love to beat them, and actually, hey, guess what? I'm in your division. Get ready to deal with me. You know what I mean? Like I would love to see that.
It'll be a great rivalry, not just between the teams and the fan bases in California, but also like the Japanese fans. It's like, they got Shohei, but we also got the dude over here, right? So I mean,
it might be civil war in Japan. You know what I mean? Like they might go. The country might crumble.
Hey! It's time to deal it back to the country that gave him Nagasaki. I mean, hey, let's do it. Let's blow this up. Come on. I mean, if anything, it'll be great. It'll be great viewing. I mean, you know, you already got two fan bases that are great rivals. You know, it's a great long time rivalry. You got two great Japanese pitchers. It's going to be must see TV on so many different levels, right? So I'm all for it. I say you bring him. I mean, him just saying he wants to beat the Dodgers right away is enough for me, right? There's not enough players out there saying they want to come to San Francisco, and you know, for him to saying like I want to beat the Dodgers, hey, bro, we got your number. Come on, you can do it as many times as you want with us, and it's going to be must see TV. So I say we bring him on board. Let's do it.
Did you say must see or musty? Is that a brand for Tacky? Musty TV?
Oh. No. Muskie is what Tacky's house smells like. Must see is appointment television right there. Hey. There's the difference. And going back to the Queen, and I quote the Dream. Last time he kicked the snot out of Tacky, another one back to death, baby. That's right. Another one back to death.
You're welcome for teeing you up for that. You're welcome for that. By the way,
I'm quoting the Dream. Walter. I'm just passing the message, man. I got nothing to do with this.
Man.
But yeah. So anyway, let me start it off with the number one pick in Thanksgiving draft, I'm taking the ham because turkey's overrated. It's always dry.
Yeah,
It's only good
you're
for
with Marcus
next
on
day
that one, huh?
sandwiches.
You're with Marcus on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we haven't done turkey at my house for like about 3 or 4 years now. It's always the same. It's always like turkey by itself is okay, but it's always dry in Thanksgiving. And you know what? I want something with flavor, so it's got to be the ham. It's got to be the ham. And you know what? The way I see it, miss me with all that tradition stuff. If you're getting together with your family, you should eat the foods you want. So we're having ham, we're having tamales, we're having lumpia, we're having a tzatziki rice recipe. We're having good stuff. We're just having the foods we want to eat with our friends and company that we enjoy the most. That's how everybody should do it. So if turkey's on your list, okay, God bless you. But just give me the ham, give me the remote control, and give me a steel chair. I'll go get dessert by beating the snot out of Tacky.
All right, so I'm gonna let my family know that when I show up with a box of pizza and just unlimited in and out, I'm gonna say that, hey, this is the food that I like, so this is what I'm eating.
Hey, God bless America. While we still have while it's still a free country, man, you should do it, Walter. You should do it. But keep your turkey. I got my double, baby. I got my double.
By the way, I don't know if we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I mentioned it on the podcast. I don't know if it was with you, but have you noticed that there's no turkeys walking around anymore? I think they're all, I think they got taken care of. If you know what I mean.
There's not one. It's a jive turkey. His name is Tacky, baby. He's always a gobble. Every opportunity he gets. And when I see him, I'm gonna lay him flat like a rug, daddy.
Man.
Slide him under the door. Get him out of here. Again, I'm just going to be here. So, but Tacky knows I'm just kidding. Come on, he's gonna be old. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be flooding my timeline with these risque jokes and these inappropriate memes and stuff. But Tacky likes the attention. Secretly, he loves the attention. He's a can't be our pet. We all know that. That's okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We love Tacky. We love Tacky, and we love you, AJ. AJ, thank you so much, man, for calling in and always calling in on the show. Except for last week, I'm kind of hurt by that one. No, I'm just kidding. But no, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, man. I hope you have a good one and avoid the turkey. It doesn't sound like it's even going to be an option at the table. So God bless you, man. But but happy Thanksgiving to you, and we'll talk next week.
Yes, sir. All right, happy Thanksgiving to you, Walter, your family, and little baby Wally, and to everybody, and yes, even you, Tacky. Happy Thanksgiving. Fellas, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, that was AJ Cruz chiming in on kind of everything. I mean, I think we aired out a beef with Tacky, which is always appreciated. But Tacky, if you're in there, dude, give me a call, bro. I know you haven't called in. Hold on, what's Eric telling me? What's Eric sending me a text message right now? Hold on, give me 1 second. While I look, what the hell? He has what is this? A Nolan Ryan? What? Get on my show now. Sorry, I'm texting Eric. Eric sent me a autographed Nolan Ryan. I guess that's his. Let's see. Autograph. No, can you guys see that? Send me an autographed Nolan Ryan. I don't know what the hell he's doing right now. Triple E didn't hear that wheelchair story. No, he didn't, but he'll hear about it at some point. But all right, guys, I think this is it. I think that's it for tonight. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did. Otis, I thought I saw Otis in here earlier. What's up, Otis? Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Really appreciate you stopping by here. But yeah, so we were talking about Tatsuya Imai. Is it more is it realistic that he's coming? Actually, I'm not done yet. Let me go ahead and play this final thing. We kind of got into it, but let's hear it from the voice himself and go back to those comments, because it does fire me up when somebody talks about the Dodgers in a negative light. Or I guess it wasn't really negative, but he just wants to give it to him. So here's John Morosi talking about Tatsuya Imai.
Team Rossi leading the league in information. We think it's a foregone conclusion that a Japanese star pitcher would want to go to Los Angeles. The latest says, I want the opposite. I want to beat them. Here we go on a Tuesday. What's the latest? Good morning.
Lauren, good morning and congratulations, omedetou gozaimasu, to Tatsuya Imai for giving us some big news to discuss during the week of Thanksgiving, because yes, the former All-Star Daisuke Matsuzaka has his own television show in Japan. Tatsuya Imai-san was a guest on the show, and here is what he said, quote, "Of course, I'd enjoy playing alongside Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki, but..."
Hold on real quick. Before we of course, I'd enjoy playing alongside Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. That first sentence, it kind of makes you think like maybe he's not completely closed off to going to the Dodgers. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Of course, I'd enjoy playing alongside Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. Or is he just trying to like not be public enemy number one by saying, no, I don't want to play with them? Like, is he just trying to be, correct in that way? Like he just doesn't want to be made out to be the villain. Kind of already is with the rest of the statement, but it just makes me it just makes me kind of think. He does say I would enjoy playing along because he already did, right? He played with them with Team Japan, so he already has played alongside them. But I don't know. I mean, let's have Morosi read out the rest of it.
Winning against a team like that and becoming a world champion would be the most valuable thing in my life.
All right. So then we go into the next part. But winning against a team like that and becoming a champion would be the most valuable thing in my life. So if we're looking at these words and we're breaking this down, if I'm looking at this sentence, what does it mean? We're breaking it down right now on Passion for the Pastime. Of course, I'd enjoy playing alongside Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. Okay, cool. Get that. But winning against a team like that and becoming a world champion would be the most valuable thing. Is he saying winning against the team to become a champion? Or is that two separate things? Winning against a team like that and also becoming a world champion. Like, is that two separate things, or is that winning against that team to be a world champion? Like, is he putting himself on a Blue Jays team and winning the World Series in that aspect? Or is he what I don't know. Because if you look becoming a World Series, just that part of it, isolate it, becoming a World Series champion would be the most valuable thing in my life. Why the hell wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he go to the Dodgers to win a world champion? To be a world champion, to win a World Series. Becoming a world champion would be the most valuable thing in my life. Is he saying in beating them en route to a championship, or is he just saying being a champion would be the most valuable thing in my life? I know the next part of the sentence, and you got to finish it out to get the whole context.
If anything, I'd rather take them down.
If anything, I'd rather take them down. I really hope. I just saw Tacky go in there. I really hope, or not Tacky, I'm sorry, Rockin'. I'm gonna need him to walk the walk. I really hope that this just isn't a ploy, but also you got to understand this guy is trying to make generational money. This guy is trying to get the most bang for his buck. Coming over, he's 27 years old. He's trying to get a payday. So you got to understand that part of it too. Is this kind of saying, Dodgers, if you don't pay me the money, you will regret it, and I'm going to make it my life mission to take you down? like I don't know. Is he kind of threatening them a little bit? Like if you don't sign me, I'm just saying I'm gonna break it down. This is what he says. I'm saying, Dodgers, I would love to play with Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki, but I would love to beat them also, and I would love to be a world champion in the process. So if you don't want to pay me, I'll go somewhere that'll make that a reality, and you have to deal with me every October. Is that what he's saying? Is he kind of like, I don't know. Is he strong arming the Dodgers? I would love that too. I don't give a damn. I don't care about the Dodgers' feelings. But let's hear what else Morosi has to say about Imai and the possibility of where he can end up.
End quote. Wow. Domo arigato gozaimasu to Tatsuya Imai for giving us a really bold quotation. Because, and yes, I think Roflo's in the background saying, yeah, JP studied that, and I did. I wanted to make sure I knew how to say that on the air. But what Imai has given us here, Lauren, is the boldness to be different and the boldness to create a new rivalry. No. So you think about this. If I'm Tatsuya Imai, and I want to find a way to challenge the Dodgers, basically, Lauren, I would say he wants to sign with one of three teams. The Blue Jays, the team that nearly defeated the Dodgers in the World Series, or the Dodgers' closest geographic divisional rivals, Giants, Padres. There you go, Tatsuya. One of those three teams, and you will fulfill this bold new identity as the man who is here now to oppose the Dodgers and find a way to end their reign atop the major league. So that's what I've got right now. Jays, Padres, Giants. If you want to make a statement and have a new arrival to Major League Baseball, Tatsuya Imai will be a Padre, a Giant, or a Blue Jay.
You heard it here.
Ugh. I'm not buying it. I want to believe it's so bad. I do. I want to believe it's so bad, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Where else could he go to oppose the Dodgers? He can literally, I think I just saw it with Otis. He can go anywhere else. It doesn't have to be geographical. I don't know what the assumption is with all these Japanese players staying on the West Coast. Like, I don't know. Is that a thing? Like is that didn't stop Darvish? Well, I guess Darvish he started in Texas. I guess that's kind of West Coast. But I mean, it hasn't stopped other guys going to the East Coast either. And that's why I bring up that, because Otis says not the Mets. Like yeah, what? Not the Mets? Mets wouldn't do that? You think their owner's going to spend top coin to go ahead and do that? Like I love Morosi, and I've actually asked him to come onto the podcast. We might have that next week. We'll have to see. But love JP Morosi. I want to believe that saying that comment in that the Padres and the Giants and the Blue Jays, but more importantly, the Padres and the Blue Jays, or the Padres and the Giants. I want to say that has to that comes from somewhere else, right? Because I don't know if you guys saw this also. We didn't get into it yet, but there was a poll, an ESPN poll article earlier today that polled 15 different executives in Major League Baseball. I don't know the parameters. I don't know what teams. I don't know, are they mainly National League? Are they half and half? Are they, are they middle market? Are they high market? Like, I don't know what teams they are. But there was a poll that was put out, or a survey, in asking these 15 executives where they believe that Tatsuya Imai will be signing. And it was overwhelming. I wouldn't say overwhelming, but the vast, or I guess majority of the votes, only five. I put my hand over here. It's off camera. 5 right here. 5 went to the Giants. 5 of 15. So a third of the votes went to the Giants. The next highest, and let me go ahead and pull this up, but the next highest, I believe, was the New York Yankees, not the New York Mets. However, I do believe that the Mets did receive a vote in the poll. Again, I don't know who they're asking, but essentially, you have. I'm trying to find it right now. Let's see. I want to say the number was 5 to the Giants, 4 to the Yankees or 3 to the Yankees, 2 to the Dodgers. So I mean, Dodgers are still in the mix. So again, who was being asked this? Who was being asked this question? Who was being polled on this? So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to find it right now. I had it somewhere. That is, let's see here. Not entirely sure. Where is this? I had the number. Can't find it, guys. Oh, let me go on ESPN. Let me look up ESPN. Tatsuya Imai. Tatsuya Imai, ESPN executives. We're looking up shit live, y'all. But yeah, I mean, why does it have to be the Giants? Why does it have to be the Blue Jays? Why does it have to be? I mean, I get it. Blue Jays just went to the World Series. This was also before Dylan Cease. So again, what I mentioned earlier, does that mean that the Blue Jays are no longer trying to go that route because they already got Dylan Cease, although it is a lot of deferred money. So can they still do it? Is it something that they'd want to do? I mean, I don't know, man. Let's see. MLB executives polled by ESPN favor the San Francisco Giants to sign Japanese pitcher, with some execs stating that pairing him with Logan Webb makes a ton of sense. Okay, so that's their opinions. But again, money talks, bullshit walks. Like, will the Giants pull out money? Because it's been documented that Greg Johnson, they do not want to sign pitchers to long-term deals for for a lot of money. You see the money that Dylan Cease called for kind of brings us back to the conversation of, well, is that too rich for the Giants? Like, and does Imai, does he call for more money than Dylan Cease? And if he doesn't, that might be better for the Giants. But if it's still, I saw the estimation of his contract prior to Dylan Cease. It was around 140 to 190, depending on the years. But now with that 210, does that kind of shoot up to 190 now? Like, is it closer to the 200 mark than it was the 150 mark? That could be the difference of the Giants even attempting to pursue Imai in that regard. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. I mean, as I mentioned last week, and I don't know if I mentioned it today, but teams have until January 2nd to submit bids. Doesn't mean that he's going to sign at that point. I think the deadline after to make a decision is about 10 days from that. It might be a little bit longer, but I want to say it was like close to like 12 or 14 days, might be 10. Can't exactly remember what it was, but yeah, I mean, that's the latest. The executives, 15 executives were polled in seeing where Imai will end up, and the Giants did get a third of the votes. They got 5. I do remember seeing that. Teams that were also involved, I want to say it was the Diamondbacks. I want to say it was the Mets had a vote. The Blue Jays had a vote. So what's that? That's 1, 2, 3. And then Giants had 5. So that's 8. Dodgers had 2. So that's 10. The Yankees had 3. So that's 13. Right? So I'm missing two teams that were in that mix. I don't know who the other teams were. I'll have to find that, and we'll talk about that at a later date. But I really hope that the Giants are able to get somebody, and not just somebody. I do wish that it is Tatsuya Imai. I think that with his repertoire and his arsenal, It's also, we've seen the pitchers come over recently. We've seen what Yamamoto is. I mean, Yamamoto was pretty much Mad Bum 2.0, unfortunately. I'd hate to say that, but that's similar to what he did. It wasn't quite as impressive in my opinion, but hey, I might be a little biased, but he was pretty fantastic. He World Series MVP. So you look at that and you look at Roki Sasaki. Roki Sasaki's early in his journey. I think they're just scratching the surface with it. Obviously, he's had a lot of injury history in Japan, and now it kind of transferred over to Major League Baseball. And is he going to be a starter? Or are they just kind of experimenting, getting him some reps and some exposure? Are they going to stretch him out as a starter later in his career? I mean, there's so many different avenues. Is he effective as a closer? So many different avenues that this could go. But yeah, I would like to see the Giants land a big starting pitching free agent. And yes, Danny Dunn, I am deep in thought. I am deep in thought. Thank you, Danny Dunn. Danny Dunn, how's the bed treating you? How's the bed frame doing? Let me know in the YouTube chat. Imagine Webb, Ray, Imai in the rotation. Yeah, and then follow that up with Landon Roop. And then that looks like a pretty damn good rotation. I mean, hell, even a Webb, I don't know. See, Webb, Ray, Imai, that sounds much sexier than Webb, Ray, Gallen, right? Or would we take that too? Would we take a Zach Gallen? Would we take a Zach Gallen in place of Imai? Would we take anything at this point? Are we at that point for the Giants and their off season? Like, are we desperate in that? And yeah, Otis brings up, Roop is a stud. That's tacky. I'm not out on Birdsong. No, me either. See, but then that's the thing too, because now we start breaking it down and say Webb, Ray, we like Roop. That's number 3. Birdsong, number 4. And Otis brings up the next part of it in that the 5th spot in the rotation, you could put Verlander, which maybe it remains to be seen if he can come back, or Scherzer, which I think is a high possibility. So then now, who's the odd man out? Who's the guy that's not going to be in the rotation of the guys that we mentioned? Well, I said earlier that Robbie Ray is finishing out his contract. This is last year. Why wouldn't you get the bridge to next year and address it now? Continue to build up Birdsong and Roop and Wizenhunt in the meantime, in the interim. So you're not trying to puzzle piece this shit together when you have to. Why don't you do it now and be proactive? And if you end up getting Imai, or if you end up getting Zach Gallen, or I would like a Framber Valdez, but that might be a little bit too rich, especially after seeing the Dylan Cease deal. I think that Framber is going to demand more, or if not around the same price range, maybe 205. I think that might be a little rich for the Giants, but why wouldn't you attack this offseason in trying to set it up for the future? And then in turn, when you do have those guys, well, who's going to be this? Who's going to stick? Is it going to be Landon Roop? Is it going to be Carson Wizenhunt? Is it going to be Hayden Birdsong? And then if not, you find out who you want to keep. Those other guys I think will have decent value, not incredible value, but I think you get a good return on Hayden Birdsong. I'm with Tacky. I'm not ready to kick the tires on him. I told you guys last year I was more ready for Birdsong to be in the rotation than I was with Kyle Harrison. I believed in Birdsong, and I still do, in more than I did with Kyle Harrison. That's how I felt then. That's how I feel now. But now when it comes to Landon Roop, because I loved Landon Roop at that point too, do I believe in Landon Roop more than Hayden Birdsong? I do. Do I believe in Carson Wisenhunt more than Landon Roop? No. Do I believe in Hayden Birdsong more than Carson Wisenhunt? I do. So then do you turn and trade Carson Wisenhunt and other prospects in your organization to get a bat, to get somebody in the outfield? Because that's also something that we didn't talk about with the Giants, with all the moves that has transpired. What was his name? Joey Weiner, not Wiener. Joey Weiner. He just got traded to the Giants. He's a defensive outfielder, and then they got James Dean, right? We all remember this guy, right? Remember this guy in the World Series, James Dean. Well, guess what? He's a San Francisco Giant now. Those are two players that are solely gloves. Weiner had a little bit here. He has a little bit of pop here and there. But they're solely gloves. Like, they're fourth outfielders. You know what I mean? And that's good. Defensive replacements. I don't want to go into the season with them holding a starting spot. You know what I mean? Like, and it probably won't be. It'll most likely be Luis Matos, unless they can move him for something. Could you get some? What could you get if you were to throw Luis Matos, Marco Luciano, Hayden Birdsong, or scratch Hayden Birdsong, Carson Wisenhunt? What could you get if you included that in a package? Could you get a competent right fielder? Could you get a competent second baseman? I don't know how we all feel about Casey Schmidt. I want him to do well. I know my guy John Lund does. Shout out Lund. Has all those baseball cards. He's really rooting real hard for Casey Schmidt to turn it around. But can he do it? Can he do it at second base? I think the longer that he's at second base defensively, I think that he'll get a lot better. He'll get more comfortable. But with the bat, the same thing with Patrick Bailey, like the bat, same thing. And that's why I'm saying you're looking at this roster. There's a whole bunch of ifs. I'd like something more with more substance. I'd like something with more confidence out there rather than what they have. So, anyways, I think I'm done ranting. Am I done? Let's see what else. Let's see what else we got going in the YouTube chat. I asked Danny the question of his bed frame, and we have an answer. The bed frame sucked. I had to return it. Oh, you know what? Danny did tell me that. Sorry, Danny. I forgot that we had a conversation last week about your bed frame. Yeah, that sucks. I still didn't find out where my bed frame was from, because your frame that you sent me, it looked very similar to the one that I have. So sucks to suck, Danny. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see what else we got going on in the YouTube chat before I get on out of here. Zach Gallen, Otis, what's up, Otis? Zach Gallen would be cool, but will the D-backs trade him in division? No, he's available, Otis. He is available. He is in free agency, man. And I see Tacky got to you there. Yeah, he's a free agent. He is available. The deal for Corbin Burns kind of etched that in writing last year with them going and getting that pitcher. That kind of told Zach Gallen that told the fan base that Gallen's not coming back because he's gonna want to get more money. Then also, I mean, we saw the reasoning. I mean, obviously it was more so because Corbin Burns lives in Arizona. He had a newborn, made sense. But Arizona does have a track record for developing pitching talent as well. So, I mean, we're sitting here and again, I love John Morosi. We're sitting here talking about the Padres, which now with Dylan Cease gone, there is a hole. There is a hole that he can go to San Diego. But you're sitting here talking about the Dodgers, you're talking about the Padres, talking about the Giants. Are we not going to acknowledge the Diamondbacks were in the World Series a couple of years ago? Like, did we forget? Did we forget that happened? I think a lot of people forgot, right? And that was the Bruce Bochy year. What year was that? What was that? 2021, guys? Help me out. What year was that for the Diamondbacks to go to the World Series? I can't remember entirely, but I want to say it was 2021. But anyways, Diamondbacks went to the World Series. They have a young core. They got Corbin Burns. Got Brandon Pfaadt. I think he's still on the team. You know what I mean? Like, can he not go to Arizona? Arizona's also, West Coast. They showed the willingness to spend with Corbin Burns. Are we not looking at that either? Guess what? They can play against the Dodgers too. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, the wow factor is more there if he was to go to the Giants or go to the Padres. But you could also see him going to the Diamondbacks. I could also see, like Otis said earlier, could also see him going to the Mets. I could see him going to the Yankees. Somehow, some way, he can maybe end up as a Blue Jay. I don't know where he can ultimately end up, but yeah, man. I mean, 100%. Zach Gallen is a free agent. But let's see. I'm not going 7 years, 210 for Framber. That's fair. That's valid. Framber is, how old is he? I think Framber is 30 years old, right? How old is Framber? Let me go ahead and look that up real quick before I end things on the show. Framber Valdez is, yeah, I'm with you, Tacky. He's 32 years old. 7-year deal. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do. I do 5. I do 5 for like, 190. What does that come out to? 5 divided by 190. I don't know what that comes out to. I'm not good at math. It's almost 20, right? No. Shit, that's almost 40. Is that like 30? Wait. 3 times 5 is 35. What the fuck did I just say? 3 times 5 is 15. So it's 150. So that'd be 30 a year. 4 times 5 is 20. So it's around like 38 million. There we go. It took a long time to get there. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Let's see here. 7 years is a lot. Yes, it is. Let's see, especially after the Zito debacle. Yes, it worked out in 2012. Yeah, it did. But hey, like you said, Otis, it did work out. So hey, if it gets you a World Series, doesn't matter. All that money that the Rangers spent on Marcus Semien and Corey Seager, you think they care? They got a World Series. Got a World Series out of it. I don't think they care that much. Let's see. Yeah, that was all bad. Boris played Sabian hard on that one. Yeah, the Boris clients. I gotta dive into that. Find out who's where. Yeah, thank you, Rocket. I gotta get to that real quick because I see it on my other screen. Wouldn't mind Cody Bellinger for a decent price. Yeah, I don't think he's coming here. He might go back to the Dodgers, to be honest. Let's see. Yes, sir, Otis. You are welcome, man. Let's see. 23. Oh, wait. You guys are talking about the World Series year. I thought you guys were commenting on my math. 25 was rigged. All right. I got to get moving. Have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Tacky. Really appreciate you stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure. 15. Yeah, 5 times 3 is 35. The Canadian math. Thank you. I saw smoke coming off Walt doing math. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Danny. Jesus. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here because you guys are bullying me now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I appreciate you guys stopping by tonight on what many call Blackout Wednesday. So hope everybody is staying safe. Hope everyone is going to enjoy the next couple of days with your families or whatever you may be doing. Maybe you're gonna go watch Wicked with Rockin'. I don't know. I didn't even ask him that question when he called. Should have been my first one. I buried the lead. My apologies. We'll get into that next time. So yeah, we need the Wicked 2 review from Rockin' New Era, but we'll definitely do that next week. And as I mentioned at the beginning, go ahead and give me a like button if you had fun on the podcast tonight, and subscribe to the channel. We are here every Wednesday. At least we'll try to be here every Wednesday to talk some Giants baseball, talk baseball in the grand scheme of things, but for the most part, how it pertains to the San Francisco Giants. We will do it next week. December 3rd will be our next podcast. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we will go ahead and talk about the top free agents left on the market as we get into the winter meetings, which starts December 7th through the 10th. That's where things are going to heat up, which had already started. If you missed it, Dylan Cease signs a 7-year, $210 million with contract with my Toronto Blue Jays. So we'll talk about the pending free agents that the Giants can look at, who I think from 10 to 1, 10 being the least likely, but I would love to have it, to 1 being they're most likely. You can already etch it in writing, in permanent marker that there'll be a San Francisco Giant. We'll talk about that next week. So you guys have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and thank you all for stopping by tonight. Remember to set your notifications to any time that we go live here on the podcast so you don't miss out on the fun, and subscribe to the channel and go ahead and hit me with that like button. You guys, happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate all of you guys for stopping by. Lori, Rockin' New Era, AJ Cruz, everyone. Yeah, Mr. Hanky, I'm alive. I saw your message. I wanted to get back to you and let you know that I am alive. We are alive and well, and we will continue to be talking baseball as we get into closer to the winter meeting. So I appreciate all of you guys. Otis stopping by, AJ Cruz calling in, Rockin' calling in, Tacky stopping by as well. Everyone, happy Thanksgiving, and Danny Dunn as well. Can't forget Danny Dunn. But thank you guys all for stopping by. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Be safe, and we'll talk to you next time. But until then, go Giants.